Why is it that whenever I start to stream, like, I'm not even prepared mentally, but that's like the only way for me to actually start something. Yeah, let me just... do that. Okay. Literally, I had to, like, I heard the sound of piano, and I was like, what do I have open? Thank God it was nothing inappropriate. Thank God it was nothing inappropriate. Echoes of my mind. Yay! Why does that always happen whenever I launch stream? Oh. It's from yesterday. So this was from yesterday, and I just got the notification. Um, Thank you, darn cloth, for gifting me a tier 1 subscription. Thank you. Hmm. Anyway, we are here, we are alive, and no sudden music is now playing, and Genshin is not playing in the background. Alright. Do I remember where we last left off? No. No, I don't. Somewhat. Probably. Ugh. If I literally had Red here, or Zeke here, I would be like, What did I last do again? But they're not here at this current moment. Anyway, I remember the last thing I did was related. Yeah, some of that music playing. That was like very weird. I remember the last thing I did was related to Pandæmonium and Mythos. Okay. I don't know why for a split second the top of his head did not register in my brain. And I just thought I just saw just this. I'm lagging. Anyway, I owe you so this is Eric. I owe you an apology, Artie. It was due to my own inexperience that Hephaestus was so easily able to take hold of my mind. I also owe you thanks. If you and Themis hadn't chosen to brave the chaos occurred in Pandæmonium, then I would have never known La Habrea's story, my father's story. The fuck? Themis was a tale I was so fascinated to hear. I very much look forward to speaking with Azem upon my return. I cannot help but wonder how much of this he first saw. I'm afraid I cannot allow that. Elidibus. So that, yeah, that's what, right, that's when a lot of people are saying, how did you not know that was Elidibus? It's like, I don't know, babyface? I did not think Elidibus had a babyface. So long as you retain control of Pandæmonium, there is work to be done. Right, this is when also another joke was said was, I guess post Endwalker is to see how dumb Artie is. With Mythos and Pandæmonium. This is how much. But of course, I shall first feed the remaining warders and restore this place to its former glory. Using the facilities in Tartarus, we should be able to reverse the charges made to their bodies and mind, if I shall stay behind to oversee the place. Eric Thonios. That is well, but I must yet learn why I was considered a key of Hephaestus' experiments, and how he intends to revive Athena. Such questions are best left unanswered. In fact, I forbid the pursuit of that knowledge. The boundary between man and creation shall never again be crossed. and I intend to destroy the crystal Hephaestus' essence, that this mistake never again repeats. I see no reason to gainsay your judgment. There is yet a matter of your crystal, however. The truth be told, I had not considered its origin until I saw the one containing Hephaestus' ether. I was struck by how wholly different they were. They were wholly different, they were. There is another. While imbuing a crystal of memory is a simple process, storing a message, a warning, even would be something altogether more complex. This all means that someone besides the present company, and as them, was aware of the plotting unfolding within Pandæmonium. Then why would they not make themselves known even now? No threats remain. Perhaps it was one of the other warders. We shall question them after they are freed. That task may take some time. A resource I'd not steal more of from you. Return at your leisure, and we shall share our results then. You've done more than enough for the time being. And I'm of the same mind. Leave those loose ends to us and continue upon your journey. Or, if you are so inclined, take a much-needed repose. Reprise, what? This talk of journeys smacks of some. As well it should. He was plagued to keep moving until he has seen every corner of the world. If you do find yourself at a spare moment, you might bring that crystal of yours to La Habrea. He might be able to offer further insight. Until then, my friend. Alrighty. We go here now. Oh yeah, I just finished the Nier Automata anime. This whole outfit. Oh my god. If you ever need an architect or like a historian for Nier and all of Nier, Drakengard included. Oh, I am the person. I am the scribe of Nier Automata. If it isn't Artie, excuse me, I'm not my usual chipper self, but we have not been without our difficulties in your absence. You see, communication with the airship Professor Claudian commissioned for his research has lost some time ago, and now we have quite lost track of where he might be. And to make matters worse, NAMEG just sent word of an unusual large amount of energy coming from somewhere within the ethereal sea. I was just on my way into the kaleidoscope, in fact. Please, come with me. Oh. Wait, that's Pandæmonium. What is that? Is it real? That's Pandæmonium. Why is it whenever danger visits the world, you are never far behind? Oh, hey, what's up? And you two, Professor Claudia's assistants, I take it. As you arrived before me, I take it you're involved in this. I would thank you to furnish me with an explanation. Where do I begin? The beginning is like, well, it all started at the beginning of time. I meant the beginning of this. I meant the beginning result revolving around this. That involves Shadowbringer. Please make it. While the research summary you submitted to the forum gave us no cause for concern, these details are alarming. The professor's last message indicated he was on his way to Azur's lab, but we know not whether he reached his destination. A rash endeavor even for Claudium, but he has ever allowed the thrill of discovery to cloud his better judgment. We have no resources but to entreat Ishgard's aid in search for him. As for the unsightly fortress, which materialized in the ethereal sea, Pandæmonium was it? It cannot be left alone. For the time being, information regarding this matter must be strictly controlled so as to minimize panic. We will gather those with knowledge of the ethereal sea and continue monitoring it for further irregularities. You don't gotta call the rest of the sign. I'm basically here. Just point me to the next bad guy. That's all we need to do. You two, submit a detailed report to the forum at once. At present, we have far more questions than answers. Nevertheless, I would ask for your assistance at such a time that our investigation has concluded. Very good. Now, if you'll excuse me, I will appraise the form of what has occurred here. Excuse me, personal. I need to go back to the past. In another world. I need to keep this train rolling. I'll give you... It's like... Keep me updated, goddammit. I will try. Just when we need him the most, Professor Claudian remains unaccounted for. He even brought the crystal with him. We are left with scarce few straws to grasp at. While I'm but a lowly assistant, even I can see that our two current problems are likely related. The same party or phenomenon may be responsible for both. Conversely, I see now that an unexpected imagination failed to do Pandæmonium's pitiless spares justice. I can only wonder if the facility itself traversed the ages. Did the creation within do the same? What are the keywords? But answers to these questions shall come in time, I'm sure. For now, I must do as Fortuno asked and write that report. As for you, Arctic, pray get rest, your responsibilities will allow. When next we call upon you, I wager we shall need you in prime condition. I pray. Now. Eater of Souls. Alright, I had a feeling you would arrive soon. Urgent tidings always seem to carry you in your wake. After all, and Master Fortuno recently sent word regarding his investigation. It seems he uncovered information regarding Master Claudian's whereabouts and sudden appearance of Pandæmonium in the Ethereal Sea. We would do well to meet with him at once. And if you have no objections, I ask that you proceed to the Kaleidoscope forthwith. I shall make the necessary arrangements and join you shortly. Gotta blurriness in my eye right now. This is how I know I was like very tired because of work. To be honest, I did not intend for me to not stream with the delay between Final Fantasy. Like, I actually wanted to like do this. Just that's Ultimate Tool. It's just I've been very busy regarding work. What do you think? It's like work is not even that hard, and it's not, and it shouldn't take that much level of exhaustion. It's just whenever I get home, I just feel very tired for some reason. I need to like message my friends saying, hey, I want to play Final Fantasy 14, but at the same time, I don't want to pass out when I get back from work. Pray tell, what should I do? Anyway, and thank you for answering my summons with haste. Let us forego formalities and jump straight to the heart of the matter. Namely, the whereabouts of Professor Claudian, who has not been seen since his ill-adverse journey into Atlas Law. A subsequent expedition discovered an airship in the vicinity of the Etherical Research Facility, although the vessel clearly belonged to the Professor, he was nowhere to be found. There were signs that someone, perhaps the man himself, had forced their way into the facility, so this trail was duly followed. However, the trail led nowhere, in the most literal sense, so it's almost as if an entire sector of the facility had been wrested from existence. Further investigation confirms the expedition party's suspicion nigh on an entire sector of Atlas Law has been teleported elsewhere. Teleported to where? We believe that its destination was none other than the Ethereal Sea, here, where it's aligned the facilities constructed as the halls of Pandæmonium to great success, as you can see. So that means the Professor, Claudian, is in there, in that monstrous fortress. That is our leading story. That is our leading theory. We are certain enough, at least, to risk sending you into the steps in search for the missing man. Yet before we do, there's another pressing matter. While Pandæmonium may appear fully sealed, an unknown entity was recently spied, crawling forth from its gates. We observed its behavior with the kaleidoscope, and to our horror witnessed it gorging upon the surrounding ether like a ravenous beast. What? It must be stopped. The ethereal sea harbors souls of the departed. 'Tis the wellspring from all creatures are born. If it flows were disturbed, life itself might cease to be. Precisely, it's safe They must be our first priority. Rid us of this menace, Archie. Then we'll be at liberty to investigate what wicked machinations are afoot. This memory crystal was recovered from Claudian's airship. Take it with you. It may yet provide some insight into the enigma of Pandæmonium. Without Themis, there'll be no army of phantom warriors. I realize you are more than capable in combat, but you are certain you'll be alright. Themis isn't the only one who can summon our illusionary allies. As long as I'm free to focus on my foe, there's not to be worried about. He isn't? Why, of course, I should have known someone of your talents would master even ancient arcane arts. Apologies for my failure of imagination. Once we are freed of the looming specter of Pandæmonium, you must promise to share your knowledge. For the sake of thorough reports, of course. In the meanwhile, I shall focus my efforts on providing you with what information and support I can. I shall gather researchers from the confluence to construct a means to convey you to your destination. The rest is in your hands. Can I just shout Midgard Stormer? Do you think Midgard Stormer might just appear as a dragon and just be around? I don't know, he's always up there when I need him. Because technically he would be in U3C. Oh, wait. Oh. I have like less than 5 minutes to run. There should be like a mender here. I'm extremely surprised there's no mender. Seriously. Okay. Let's see if the queue will actually pop in less than 5 minutes. That Hak Yatos. Hakyos? I don't know. Holy! I was not expecting that one. Oh, she's hardcasting that. I'm so sorry. Ah, she left before I can come. I forgot about one thing. Oh my god, I literally forgot about so many other things. This is how you know I have not played White Mage for so long. I forgot about my Blood Rose. It's like, oh my god. Impressive work, Artie. Their memories of their tenacity were not embellished in the slightest. Do not be alarmed, the proper introduction shall set your mind at ease. I am Athena, chief ward of Pandæmonium, wife to La Habrea and mother to Ericthonius. It was I who made Pandæmonium anew in the underworld. A manner of speaking, I am the source of all your recent troubles. I must say, I did not imagine I would meet you in this age. A slight miscalculation, but perhaps a fortunate one, for your deeds in the past have left quite an impression on me. I understand you have reasons to be wary, but I assure you there is no need. I know not what Harlore has told you of me, but all that I have done out of sincere scientific curiosity. That appetite yet remains. Even after my rebirth, conflict is the furthest staying from my mind, and I ask that you at least hear me out before brandishing your weapon. You were born? Leave Claudian back. So you have no intention of halting your research? Claudium. Ah, you must be referring to the man who set foot in Asha's lab. He is now indispensable to my work. Worry not, for I shall treat all my tools with care, especially those with which I shall grasp godhood. You are stubborn as La Habrea, I say. Although I seek in earnest, you refuse to hear the meaning of my word. Perhaps you would be better served by a different teacher. Luckily, I already possess the tools I require to make one for you. Yes, that crystal teems with memories. Memories of two souls you know quite well, La Habrea and Ericthonius. I shall stitch them into the fabric of two errant souls. With their help, you may come to see clearly. How? Where are we? Surely, these two have much to tell you of me, and I would have you listen. Perhaps then you shall understand me, my desire for godhood. There is another, but their soul has proven difficult to work with. However, with these memories, I shall very well manage to weave together something presentable. You have a place in my plans. I do hope that in time you come to realize that cooperation is the best path forward. La Habrea. I have little understanding of where we are, yet somehow I'm not unsurprised to find you here. At present, I have more questions than answers. Perhaps you can help me address the inequality. Is there somewhere we can speak without a fear of interruption? Follow me. Alright. Which version of La Habrea are you? That's the question I would like to answer. Nebuchi! How unexpected. I do hope we can consider them allies. Urasan. One with an aura of overwhelming authority, and another that seems uncomfortable in his own skin. I believe I understand just well enough to be thoroughly intimidated. Oh. La Habrea. Some hints I can glean from the surrounding, but I prefer you simply cut through this knot of questions. The question I would like answered from both of you is one thing. Yeah, I'll keep you down there. There you go. I do not know how long it's been, Archie, but it's good as ever to see your face. Would that it were under more conventional circumstances? Just where are we, and what events have led to this unexpected reunion? A lot. Tell me what you remember. Yes, I remember you telling us about this memory crystal. To think, it contained our memories. This is a lot to take in, not at least of all the fact that you hail from the future. I searched for you after a time, but could not find no trace. Now I know why. They're scared. Our age had its share of surprises. If my memories are to be believed, the supposedly world-ending final days came upon us, yet here we are, in a future where you, at least, exists. Do we overcome the despair that befalls us? Do we find a way to live on? How do I tell you this? Questions without simple answers, it seems. Let us take heart that life endured in some form, but as memories, we may never have the luxury of the larger picture. Regardless, now that it has come to pass, this future must be protected from Athena's scheming. Let this convocation guide every action. Agreed. But as memories, given fleeting form, we are bereft of any physical or magical talents. We cannot aid Archie in battle. Nay, Athena meant to speak to us, and nothing more. But though we may be tools, we need not be slaves to her whims. We will tear ourselves from her grasp and shatter her ambitions. I must wonder how she knew of our history with Archie. Likely she possessed some means by which to observe events within Pandæmonium, either while they were occurring or after the fact. Regardless, her knowledge far exceeded our own, a shortcoming we must remedy at once. We would do well to learn more of the Pandæmonium now dominating the landscape of our souls. Archie's colleagues would doubtlessly prove to be valuable in that respect. They're like, oh shit, they're looking at us. Yeah, we need your assistance. Are you still carrying over? Yes, you are. Unexpected. I hope we can consider allies. Yeah, it's the same thing. Yeah. Ericthonios? Are those two over there the researchers from this era? We must share what we know at once, that we might piece together this vexing puzzle. Pandæmonium Hawkins. Why do your companions hesitate to approach? We may be unusual visitors, but time is of the essence. Bring them here. Although you may be but a confluence of memories, it is an honor to meet the personages I have only read in Arthur's reports. As a researcher, this is beyond exciting, but I admit to no small measure of fear as well. I know what you mean. I can scarcely stop my legs from shaking. We're powerless to do aught but speak. I see no reason why you should be afraid. It isn't my life I fear, or I only fear that I might not have the chance to ask you all the questions now burning a hole in my mind. We stand before two of the ancients who hold priceless knowledge beyond the kin of any of our peers. But what purpose does fear serve if not to confronted and conquered? To that end, we shall share with you our records, and perhaps together we can find a thread which will lead us to safety out of this conundrum. Information shall be the most precious resource, for that is the only weapon we can wield in this forms. Our memories are at your complete disposal. We shall start with Athena, whose thirst for discovery would see all life consumed. Her desire hasn't changed. Still, she seeks to transcend her mortal existence, so that it might unravel the mystery of life. She will become a god. A nebulous concept, but Athena had her own ideas on what divinity entailed. In her mind, a god can create souls at will. Thus, she chose the underworld, or the ethereal sea, as it is known in this age, as the staging ground for her final experiment. Here lies a practicality, bottomless well of ether. Even if it means stemming the flow of life itself, she intends to continue her work. She thinks of nothing else. We caught a glimpse of Athena as we came into this world. Her smile, her voice, they were just as I remember. Without even realizing, I found myself feeling an affection for her. Don't look at me as I've gone mad. I'm not asking you to join her side. I know the true Ericthonios would never want that. But these emotions remain in memory, if nowhere else. We shall remain here to compile what information we can. We must infiltrate the Pandæmonium and seek out Athena. I would ask that you leave the memory crystal with us. It may hold secrets which have yet to be unraveled. All that's left is to cross that menacing threshold. Shall we take a closer look? Alright. I have one question for you. Does the word Osirite mean ought to you? Orosite meaning ought to you? Orosite, why yes. There are a few records of its existence. It mainly makes appearance in legends of Ivalice, and the tales concerning the Asian Laha. Well, in tales concerning the entity known as Anasian. personage is associated with the Black Ocearite, known as the Heart of Sabik, a source of considerable power. I see. So time has not buried it. Why am I concerned? Why am I very, very concerned? Blood for the blood lily. Back that murder time. Sorry, I'm right now just reading red. I'm just right now reading all the stuff that you have. I'm gonna be real, I don't remember shit, only my brain is fish, yes. Blood for the blood lily, yes. That was when I said I forgot about the blood lily. And fuck that murder time. When did you send that? I am very sorry that I did not read this anytime sooner. I literally was just too engrossed in reading the cutscenes. And also trying not to die in that fight. I love that. I have read the Ancients, where larger people of the or perhaps Athena endeavored to make less imposing. Laha Brea asked me about an artisan and has yet to say a word since he heard the answer. But I say something wrong. He is quite intimidating, his silence. I must think. Leave me for a while. You attend to your task. Eric. From the outside, Pandæmonium looks no different than it does in the past. However, there's no guarantee that the inside will be familiar. You would do well to secure the area near the entrance first. Once it has been cleared of threats, Laha Brea and I can approach, and we shall begin our exploration of the interior. The portal should convey you to Pandæmonim's gates. I hardly need to tell you to keep your weapon at the ready. When she said, wait, not wait. Yeah, oh, okay. Fuck that murder time. Oh my fucking god, you! I knew you would come. I never lost faith that we would meet again. I told you as much, did I not? I understand you may be confused. I was too, at first. The baby boy. Yes. I see I'm not the true Themis. That was made by Athena, molded from one of the many souls at her disposal. I am only an illusion built from memory, no more than the real Laha Brea or Eric Thonios. Even so, I believe I have a grasp on the situation. This is the distant future. I just saw Eric in the far, far background. Yeah, if you look behind him, Eric is like right here behind the staff. A future where Athena lives once more. Although that means of her rebirth are yet beyond me. You are here to stop her. Have I the right of it so far? Very good. I would be disappointed if you did not rise to her challenge. This is Elidibus. And now I remember everything about Elidibus. He was the final boss in Shadowbringer, post Shadowbringer. That man loved the Warriors of Light. I'll say that right now. But when did he become crazy about it? Although I am sorry to say that I cannot aid you. My creator has tampered with my essence, and I'm oddly inclined to act in her interests. Yeah, he's like Summer back. I can do naught but offer you words of warning. We'll fight, and it cannot be avoided. Yeah, there he is. See? Right there. There was no need for a pained expression. Remember, I am but an illusion. Nothing worth shedding tears over. I can free you. Just as we freed Agus. I would feel terrible if I had trust Elidibus again. The fuck was that flashbang? Millennia of craziness will do that to a man. You know you're right. Let's see. I know not what is in your mind, but I must stress once again, I cannot defy the urge to stand against you. Athena hold over me is unyielding. Still, I would ask that you listen carefully to the advice I offer you now. Athena has prepared a new vessel to replace Erchthonius, so that she may become a god. By gathering the souls readily available in this sea of ether, she tempers her own essence. Yet the souls are faint, diffuse. She doubts whether they are sufficient for her goals, so that she has turned her gaze to you. Despite her thin ether, you manage to lay Hephaestus low, and Athena would know to the secret of your strength. To that end, she has prepared an experiment for an observation. Fight for your life against Athena's creation, and in doing so, give her the knowledge she desires. Yuck. Why is it always a bulbous? Why is it always a bulbous? That's disgusting. That's disgusting. Time to fight. Time to fight. We're doing Kingdom Hearts. We're doing Kingdom Hearts 2 Xemnas fight. That would be phase 2. No, not phase 2, part 2, because Xemnas has like too many phases. So I just consider them like parts. What's happening? Athena has made her move. We must find a way to reach her, or all is lost. We can do little but hope for RT's success. This is like a once in a lifetime cuts like area that I'm gonna be standing in, so I'm gonna grab a cut. I'm gonna grab a screenshot. Pandæmonium. Once a mass of lifeless stone, now imbued with us. Once a mass of lifeless stone, now imbued with the soul. Athena has grown much since her death at La Habrea's hand. Although the souls she creates are imperfect, they act with absolute obedience. I know you shall cut your way through this monster, as you have so many others. Then you shall come before me. Do not hesitate to do what you must, for that is the only way to stop Athena. The 10th circle. Alright. And this is an area, so let me just. Yep. After I'm done with Pandæmonium, we will do Hildebrand. We're gonna enter brain rot territory with, alright? Let me just remember all my buttons. I'm right now just carefully making sure I do my buttons. How did I forget about the blood for the blood lily? I completely forgot about that. It's literally the closest button that I have to my movement, WASD, and then it's E. It's right there. I guess because I was busy worrying about everything else. Oh yeah, I'm not sure if you saw this, but during the 9th boss fight, or the 9th wave, we almost wiped. Completely. I only had a tank, and then myself. The healer that raised me died. So I had to raise the healer. And then both me and the healer just raising everyone else.
Pandæmonium. From countless failures have I wrought miracles. Into soulless vessels I breathe life.
Pandæmonium. Yeah, let's fight Pandæmonium. Alright.
This prison offers no escape. Lady Athena.
This is going wonderfully well.
Stay where you are.
Okay, but I said let's fight a Kingdom Hearts style. I didn't say let's die. I didn't mean let's die like 10,000 times.
A tangled morsel awaiting death. All paths lead back to me.
No, we wiped.
I offer a glimpse of Lady Athena's power.
I was not expecting to wipe. Usually I don't wipe. But you know what? We wiped it this time. That was fast. It was fast.
Stay where you are.
Yeah, we wiped. I'm the main healer. So now listen to the other one. I'm not gonna do what the other healer does. I'm the main healer. God damn it.
You will go no further. Like a spider, I spin my web. This prison offers no escape.
Doom. Pop me up.
I must discipline Lady Athena.
Just gotta go. Yeah.
Stay where you are.
That is a tank buster, so
Wet like unto change. A tangled morsel awaiting death. All paths lead back to me. I offer a glimpse of Lady Athena's power. Stay where you are. A tangled morsel awaiting death. All paths lead back to me.
I died giving you my last heal.
These cells are mine! Stay where you are. Bear yourselves to me. Shall be unending.
Oh, we're gonna wipe again. We're gonna fucking wipe again.
For Athena. For Mother.
We were actually close this time.
I'll give you special cells.
Oh, then I hope they do something.
Your soul screams.
No. No. Yeah.
Webs like unto chains. You will go no further. Like a spider, I spin my web. This prison offers no escape. I mustn't disappoint Lady Athena. Stay where you are. Webs like unto chains. A tangled morsel awaiting death. All paths lead back to me. I operate the lips of Lady Athena's power! Stay where you are. tangled morsel, awaiting death. All hearts, lead back to me. These bars are unbreakable.
That would have wiped me.
I am Pandæmonium, and these cells are mine!
And guess what? It still wiped me. You're the healer. Why did you not help me up?
Where you are. Bear yourselves to me. Your punishment shall be unending.
Oh, now you noticed.
For Athena. For Mother. I'll give you special cells. Your soul screams. Wet like unto chains. These bars are unbreakable. Stay where you are. Wet like unto chains.
Don't go near me. Good thing I'm dressed in my funeral attire. Nothing. I got one player come, and that was probably from the other healer. That was beautiful display as always. I stand enchanted by your grace in the battle. Is that? Pandæmonium's final gate has been cast wide. I shall await your arrival beyond. Alright, let's see the record time of me getting wiped fighting him now. Apologies for not coming sooner. This place is enveloped by some foul energy, and we couldn't risk venturing through it before taking due precautions. Were my eyes mistaken? Was that Themis? No? Tell us what you know. We must consider our next course of action carefully. So, what happened from me suddenly being in the past and trying to resolve the situations in the past? Did I resolve the situation in the past regarding the Pandæmonium? If I did, then why is it here? Why is it here? If it's been resolved, why are you here? That must have been Themis, but how? Because I remember fighting. Because this bitch is stubborn to stay dead. Oh my god. I ought to have anticipated this. If she bore witness to past events within Pandæmonium, Athena would have found Elidibus impossible to overlook. Few possess such a talent for magics, to say naught of the emissary discerning judgment. And so she found his soul upon the tide of the ethereal sea and used his memories to craft a puppet that would serve for whims. But is that what Themis said true? She imbued Pandæmonium itself with a soul? To breathe life to which should never live, Athena's research is fast approaching its culmination. Fortunately, with the information shared with us by your friends, we've made some strides toward figuring out how to stop her. A crystal called the Heart of Sabek may be the key. The researchers related a quick but thorough history of events leading to the present, the sundering of the star, the emergence of the Asians, and the calamities that they brought to bear upon the realm. Tales that, under other circumstances, would have considered childish fantasy if not for a name that rang true to La Habrea's memories. The Heart of Sabek, to you, the secret of the Ultima's weapon, might not least the spell known as Ultima, and the source of enduring mystery. We are told that a general from a Garlean empire was gifted this Arasorite by an Asian, that the Ultima weapon might be perfected. The identity of this shadowy benefactor, however, remains a curious unknown. La Habrea, I think it's best that you don't figure out who it was. You seem to be veritable trove of unknown knowledge. If there's aught you are withholding. You're lucky I'm wearing a mask. Very well. At present, the heart of Sebek is a greater moment. It is a creation of Athena's, made during her time with the words of La Habrea. So, Evilise, that's where the heart of Sebek was mentioned. So that thing, the final boss of the Alliance raid in part 3 of Evilise, is Athena's creation? The predates even Pandæmonium's construction. She brought before us a crystal she claimed to have chanced upon, saying it can contain immense power. No. Okay, thank God. Because they mentioned Evilise, that's why. She dubbed it Arasite, studying it with a fervor unusual even for her. The eventual fruit of her efforts was a stagnant crystal unlike aught we had ever seen. The heart of Sebek. What is Arasite? How did she find this Arasite? Did Athena encounter Ultima, the High Seraph, perchance? An unexpectedly specific question. I gather that the heart of Sebek is not the only Arasite in this era. Regardless, I know not of this High Seraph. Athena was never forthcoming as to how she found the crystal, though we came to suspect that it was not of our star. Much later, we discovered that the Arasite magnifies the desires of those who come into contact with it. This will be much to explain Athena's actions following her recovery of the crystal. They mentioned that because of Arasite. Okay. Alas, this realization came too late. By the time I moved to seal the Arasite and its insidious influence away, Athena's plot had already been laid. So what became of the heart of Sebek? I took it from Athena's laboratory after I ended her life. The density of the ether within was unlike anything I had observed. I knew its capacity for destruction, but further analysis proved impossible. I elected to safeguard it myself. So, I think the heart of Sebek was inside the Ultima weapon. That's how it casted Ultima, the spell. Hang on, what was that? What was the lines again? Such devastation was not my intention. There it is. I have to recall the entire MSQ of Ultima to remember the heart of Sebek. Oh my god. I do that almost daily, or if not weekly. It is impossible that Athena herself obscured the crystal's contents, even where her memory stored within. I would have remained in ignorance. If she inclined some mechanism by which to give these memories form, as she did with her own, she would be reborn. Ironic that she protected those very memories in the name of safeguarding the star. Fate is loath to see mistakes go unpunished. I'll take that one. The emissary's judgment. I need to get a new mouse. I definitely need to get a new mouse. Like, one that's probably connected to a wire, but I can also make it go Bluetooth if I wanted to. I have told all I know of Athena and many secrets she kept hidden from the world. If she indeed stored her memories from within the heart of Sebek, we must ask ourselves how they were awakened in this age. When was a crystal last sighted? During my fight with the ultimate weapon, in the hands of the Asian, presumably. In which you triumphed, but failed to recover the heart. Yet according to your colleagues, there was another on the battlefield that day, an Asian. And this self-same Asian was later struck down at a location known as the Etherochemical Research Facility. I've heard the name, and recently, the site of the Professor's Claudian's disappearance. Indeed, he was tracing an etheric signature resembling that of a memory crystal in his possession, a signature that may well have belonged to the heart of Sebek. In which case, it was no coincidence that Athena awakenings followed. But what reason would he have to bring her back to life? Was his mind not his own? Please do not tell me Claudian was just a meat suit for Athena. Please do not tell me that. Yet more questions without answers. Although Athena's essence is that of memory, her magics have not suffered for lack of a physical body, as the world is now. Should not be possible, but she must have found a suitable vessel. You want an answer? I'm afraid of the answer, that's for sure. If Elizabeth is to be believed, the readiness of this vessel for godhood and is precisely close to success. It beggars belief, as you well know. You were the linchpin of her ambition. Yours was the only form that could contain the immense power Athena required, and it has long since turned to dust. As pleasant as this discussion is, we require more information if it were to unravel this mystery. You know who awaits you, RJ. Themis. I fear you won't find him so cooperative as we were accustomed to. We know not how vast the space beyond these gates may be, but somewhere within lurks Athena with Elidibus leashed at her side. This may be a simplistic theory, but hear me out. If Themis arose from his memories intact, he will be eager to see reason. We need only break the magics that bind him to regain our old ally. When I had fallen under Hephaestus' influence, you did not stop crying until I was freed. I would ask that you do the same for Themis. Though none of us are real in the conventional sense, I feel it must be done. Themis would never have wished to be your enemy. Is that before or after the millennium of craziness and being addicted to the warrior of light? While Ericsonia's perspective is a sentimental one, Elizabeth may possess privileged knowledge. To question him unimpeded by magic would be ideal. Agarix broke free of her bonds in the final moment, suggesting that Athena's hold weakens under the weight of combat. You might use the same principle to unshackle Elizabeth's mind. But remember that our very nature is fragile. Even if he inhabits a vessel with which to meet you in battle, I am certain it is not meant to endure. If left weakened for too long, his ether may dissipate back into the ethereal sea, you had best act quickly. Just give me a plushie, you know? Trap Elizabeth in there. Tiny Elizabeth. There, he's safe. That's a solution, right? It is a solution. Beat him up, so while his fragile body is dissipating, toss a plushie at him, so it becomes his new vessel. Yes, that's definitely how etheric magic works. Red, I swear to God, if you write, thank God you're not an Archon for ethereal study, I'm gonna smack you. You know, not for how long we have free to regain. We know not for how long we'll have free reign to go between here and the kaleidoscope. Remain here for now unless absolutely necessary. The crystal. I have returned to its safekeeping of the colleagues. I should find nothing new amongst the memories stored within. This space, on the other hand, is fascinating. Brought be the same power, the key where it's wielding, perhaps. Indeed, very scientific, sir. No, that's the wrong way. That's traveling to the kaleidoscope. Very scientific. I'm pretty sure Y'shtola would just look at me and probably try and suffocate me with something. Use your imagination. I'm trying to think of a safe for work means of what I just said. You do something else. You do the degeneracy route. One way or another, if she ever heard that theory, I'm probably dead. She'd find a way to put you in a plushie just to spite you. Yeah. Yeah.
I suppose I have Athena to thank for this incarnation. I have long considered how I might stand against you.
That's your voice?
In transformation, I present to you my truth. I am in weakness.
The deep voice thing. Why would you say that line?
The balance must be maintained.
Oh, thank God.
Will you be judged worthy to exist? These magics are not for you to weep.
I got instantly killed. What? How? I thought I was topped up. I took like 78k. I'm guessing this one?
Will you be judged worthy to exist?
I am giving this other white mage a calm because she's keeping me on my toes. And just instant death. Okay, that's how.
I am the emissary, and I shall never die.
Oh, sure, yeah. I'm just like thinking that this is the right way. Because I went to the light and I died. The debuff tells you what. Okay. Yeah, no, I was expecting that one.
Warriors forged in my own image.
Wait, how did I fucking go? Oh, fuck. Oh, I finally got rid of the Brink of Death. When that's like a simple accomplishment for me.
I am the emissary, and I shall never die.
Okay. Dark. Right? I love that.
These magics are not for you to wield. Will you be judged worthy to exist?
Am I meant to touch the staff or something? That's funny. Alright. Because that one is like a pain, but I want to figure that one out. That would be the 11th circle. Ta-da! Oh! So it depends on the sigil. The debuff that you mentioned. Okay. Sigils of Discord stand in opposite colors circles of your debuff to avoid continual heavy damage. Deny. Stack towards the center of your circle to abate 2 sets of AoEs. No. Emissaries will. A raid wide that removes light and dark debuffs. No. Well, that also helps as well. Dismissal, ruling knockback, I followed by donut if purple, or point blank AoE if gold. Knockback immunity works blank. Dyke is a tank buster. Light and dark circles appear are now combined with previous abilities. Uprooting, if purple circle large tank buster AoE, that's in tank buster followed by a donut AoE the lost hitbox of gold by stack marker. Okay. Sticks is a multiple hit group stack, and I've seen that. Dennis is into a dismiss ring, same ability as before. Shadow Messenger crosses line AoE from cardinal cones, that's fine. Blinding Light is another AoE. Okay. Yeah, not gonna get any comments. That's fine. I need to do that multiple times so I fully understand it. Now I know your voice. The fog has lifted. I knew that Athena's magics magnified the desires of their victim at expense of aught else. I never guessed what desire of mine she could exploit. Since the moment we met, I have made plain my interest in you, my desire to understand your nature.
I suppose that curiosity extends of how each of us would fare in a match of strength. What is this? Good. Free. Then I'm no longer needed. Of course Athena would take away Themis. Do not look so crestfallen, my friend. These few moments of clarity are more than I could have asked for. We need you, Themis. Your work isn't over. You must render judgment of Athena's actions. We're not done. This warmth. Your ether. You've grasped the very strands of my being and tied them together with your own. Nevertheless, I fear that I'm here on borrowed time. I hope that I can see you through the last of our battles. Until then, I will cherish every moment. I am Elidibus, the emissary. As such, it falls upon me to judge Athena, who would dispute our carefully maintained balance to fulfill her own desires. I swear I shall not waver in this duty. Let us return to Erchthonius and Lahabra. There is much I would share with you before we embark upon our final ascent. Okay. Themis, it's good to see you. I knew Artie would guide you to our side once again. I'm grateful he had the patience to tolerate my lapse in manners. Athena's hold upon me is broken, and I pledge every moment of my remaining time to seeing that she answer for her deeds. Very good to that end. I would have you share what you know of her plan. Of course, as I mentioned, Athena is posed a vessel that may serve in the creation of a god. It is someone Archie knows well, a man named Claudian. By a twist of fate, his body proved to be ideal for Athena's purpose. The creation of a person requires not just body, soul, or memory, but rather all three. We are made from memories of our ancient counterparts, etched upon drifting souls and given form through the infusion of ether. We lack a physical body, yet you can see this and feel us all the same. Nina is different. She has carved her memories into Claudian's souls. So Claudian literally was the meat soup for Athena. God damn it!
while it was still within its body and thus both her own. But even she is prone to error. After the sundering began, beings became more fragile in both body and soul, and thus differences prevent Athena's from realizing the full extent of her desires. No. Well, didn't they more like a vessel for her soul? Yeah, that's a meat suit. Claudian was Athena's meat suit. Somewhat supernatural-like. Think of the series Supernatural. Thankfully, Athena didn't possess Claudian, that's for sure. Thankfully. She was just there. Inside him. Waiting. And that's why she has turned her sights towards Artie. His uncommon strength rivals even the mightiest of our age. No, he is still him. Yes. By scrutinizing his feat in battle, Athena aims to deduce the secret of Artie's prowess and use it to fortify her own vessel. Only then will the culmination of her research be at hand. We simply can't remove Athena's memories from Claudian's bodies. To fight Athena, we must fight Claudian as well. God damn it. We need not hasten to that man's destruction. Athena can inscribe herself upon another's soul, but she cannot erase its will. If we awaken Claudian's spirit to a reality of his bondage, he might be compelled to wrest his body from Athena's clutches. Yeah, no, it is literally a meat suit. Claudian, you are literally her meat suit. We still don't know why she chose Claudian. What makes him more suitable than anyone else? Although I have never spoken to Claudian, I did witness an incident that may prove revelatory. When the instruction the vessel to do her bidding, she called it by a familiar name, Erichthonius. Why would she? It is as I thought. The way you say it sounds wrong, dude. The thing is, it sounds wrong, but the funny thing is, it's nothing like NSFW or anything like that. It's like where I've heard that terminology was from the series called Supernatural, and that term meat suit is literally used so often when it comes to possession, or when a being takes on a human body. It is literally used like that. And I've been binged the past few weeks, like well, not weeks, more like past month, whatever, all 15 seasons. So it is, and all the dots end, and it's literally in my head right now. And because of that, that terminology fits so well. Alright, now imagine Eric. It's a bomb. Oh. But yeah, don't worry. The term meat suit is nothing NSFW related. It is almost like, and it's nothing gory as well. It is just a a quote-unquote simplistic yet grotesque way of describing possession or a being inhabiting a human body, or a being inhabiting, or sorry, a being creating a human body. It is, like I said, it's nothing wrong or head in the gutters or anything like that. Our course of action is clear. We must lay Athena low and rescue Claudian. A difficult task, to be sure, but one which the present company is more than capable of achieving. Why would Athena use my name? More questions and few answers go around. Yep. Should I just chuck these? I'll put that there. I'll just chuck these. I don't really, because like I technically have like Endwalker gear, like post Endwalker, not post Endwalker, Tombstone Endwalker gear, and that I might need that if I want to do the glam, because the glam that I mentioned a year or two ago while Endwalker was still coming out, but I need to figure out which one I want, and I really don't care for it too much. Because I'm still, that's like end game stuff that I can do later. Right now, I'm not in the end game anymore. Themis, you may have just handed us the key to rescue Claudian. What must we do? First and foremost, we must confront Athena. She must be made vulnerable, as Elidibus was. Yet our opponents stand to the verge of godhood, as we are now. She would unmake us in an instant. Artie, we have no choice but to place our burden of fate, and the fate of many are more besides, squarely upon your shoulders. I trust you have no objections. Gods or no, I shall cast her down. It's a burden I'm used to carrying. Objections? No. Concerns? Yes. Though we know not form Athena will take, I have faith that your skill will see us through this trial, as it has many times before. And we all anticipate Art's willingness to fling himself at the unknown. However, I have yet to hear how this will liberate Claudian. I have a plan. Do not trouble yourself over the details. The same goes for you, Artie. You must focus the entirety of your attention on Athena. She will not be easily bested, even by one of your prowess. Then let us trust in La Habrea. Prepare for the battle to come. Before we face Athena, I must know. If she had never discovered the Aetherite, had never fallen under its influence, would she have lived a normal life? Would she have been a mother to me? I ask myself the same question. Questions with no answer, I fear. But let us not put them out. But let us put them out of our mind. There is something we must discuss, and I would do so not as La Habrea, but as father to his son. You haven't been in the endgame for a while. I haven't.
I'll get there. And before Dawn Trial, I technically was in the end game. Then Dawn Trial came out. Now I'm not. Speaking of Dawn Trial. Like, sending Dawn Trial came several months ago. Yeah, it did. Don't worry, I'm getting there. Slowly getting there. Slowly. Slowly. That fuck. Totally feels like a weak word. Eternity! Basically. Where did I hear that word from? No, that was Kingdom Hearts. Right? No.
You have done well to reach the seat of godhood. Now, bear your souls to me.
No. Oh, we're bringing that one out. Okay. Technically, we've already bought that out several times. I want this tone. I want this orchestral roll.
Wait, do they both have the tank stand on?
You cannot escape my eternal gaze.
No, they don't. Okay. Because for a second I thought I swear I saw it.
These chains are forged from the fabric of creation.
What do I do? That. I do that. This one, yeah. Oh. Fuck, goes a double. Yes, define all gravity, Automaton Queen. Wait, I dodged that. Oh, not enough then. Moving! This isn't... This isn't Magic the Gathering. We don't want the hunts. We don't want the Care Bear hunts.
Seven hells to the pinnacle of the heavens. The world shall tremble. Such a singularly resolute soul. These chains are forged from the fabric of creation. Shine brilliant for me!
That one.
I give voice.
No, wait, fuck. I thought it was a donut.
Shine brilliant for me.
Nah, it's fine. She's about that. Yes, they do. So I wasn't crazy. Awesome. I love that. Correct. I wasn't crazy. I got wind up Athena. Everybody just casted their loot and just said, nah. Okay. Yeah, I got wind up Athena. I don't want it. To follow you everywhere. That is her way. No. Honestly, surprised you didn't wipe. I'm surprised so as well. Because this first one, sorry, not the first one. The spider one, I wiped like 3 times, and I died about too many times to count. Themis, I didn't wipe. I just didn't know the mechanics properly, but I was following along. Athena, I was following the mechanics because it was actually very simple. It was just the last few times I got clipped, or I thought one mechanic was another. But surprisingly, I didn't wipe. Except for that spider one. God. Fuck that. Pandæmonium. Countless years I've waited within that cycling crystal, and now, when my dream is finally within reach, you stand in my way. Your dream is not but selfish ambition. To fulfillment would benefit only you. Why, Athena? At the end of this road to godhood, what did you hope to find? It matters not. The fact remains that she worked against the interest of the star. Even so, I would hear her answer. I would know why my mother cast us aside. Oh, her mask fell off. Unlike you, Ericthonius, You were never so inquisitive before. Having struck upon Apotheos, there is but one thing the wise woman desires. Irrefutable proof. Ah, so she's crazy. Got it. My theory was that any true God would see us as we are, imperfect. She would hammer out our flaws and build something greater. I met the gods. And Hydaelyn. To prove this could not only benefit the star, I would give it the perfect steward, that it might shine brighter than any other. And you would destroy the lives already upon it? In that I am no different from our peers. Over the course of eons, how many creations have we wrought? Such creatures could not usher their inferior predecessors into oblivion. Yeah, bottle shit. Automod hates, yeah. Even without meddling, nature would take the self-same course. If the destination is the same, it is worse to arrive there by the guidance of a god? I think not. The Arasite made such thoughts irresistible, perhaps, but I cannot have created them from the whole cloth. This is Athena's truth. What right have you to pass judgment? You were but a vessel for my masterwork. Your purpose ends here. My only mistake was leaving you possessed of a soul. What are you saying? Poor Erictonis. Always the last to arrive at the oblivious conclusion. I gave birth to you for a single reason, that you might serve as my tool, and like a tool, I crafted you to suit my needs, that you might accept my essence when the time came. Of course, I also made you more amenable to my demands, and ensured that you would feel a calling affection for your dear mother. However, it seems that my tinkering was insufficient. My feelings were of your design. Gentlemen, can I blast her to oblivion? You created a boy unable to craft even the simplest magic, ever hopelessly cling to his mother's robes, unable to do otherwise. I was doomed from the start. Yet here you are, standing in defiance of her design. You are more than what she made you. I still feel the sting of it, but with pain comes clarity. You ill deserve to wear the mantle of a god. As stubborn as you witness, if this star will not be mine, then it serves no purpose. She would willingly nuke the star because it's not hers. Not even La Habrea is that crazy. She aims to obliterate the ethereal and stem the flow of life. She will do no such thing. Actually, not just La Habra. None of the Asians were that crazy. The only person that comes close to it was the Endcaller. But she had her own reasons. She didn't want to nuke the star because of whatever. She just fucking hated us to some degree. Yeah, now that I think about it, aside from the Endwalker and maybe not even Xenos actually. Xenos was just a bloodthirsty hound. Literally, no amount of times I put him down, he literally just kept getting back up. Yeah, no, Athena, you've taken the cake of being the single worst batshit crazy villain that I fought. But please correct me if I'm wrong. Before the battle, the Habre told me I was the key to finishing this. Although I am but an illusionary, my soul has crossed eons to find its home in another. One whose body Athena has seen fit to impartal on as her own. Xenos just wanted to... yeah. Much of what I once was now resides in him. Should my memory seize this chance to follow suit, they may resound enough to wake his mind. But if Athena inhabits him still, what becomes of you? I don't know. But if I can rouse his soul, perhaps it will disrupt Athena's hold. It's a chance we have. My whole life, others have looked down upon me, but I've never given up, searching for my purpose, and now have found it. This decision is yours to make, and yours alone. Do as you will, my son. I know you shall make me proud. Ericthonius, do not dare. No, stop this. Your words hold sway over me no longer. My life is my own, and I have found my true family. My power wanes. The vessel rejects me? Lahabre is in the bag. He just went crazy from holding onto the heart of the bed for so long. Yeah. What's happening? Athena's magic should be impotent with a body to feel them. Precisely. Athena was a sole force holding space around Pandæmonium together, and now it crumbles. Although little would change, we were buried here. We cannot let this happen. Artie's final resting place. We cannot let this be Artie's final resting place. My words are stupid right now. My misfortune to think you would be my undoing, that you would even be capable of defying me. Is there more you'd say to me?
Or have you decided to return to your dear mother's bosom? Have you brought Claudia back to me? Apologies, but I'm only the dregs of your own memory. I cannot do naught but watch as the evil you wrought collapse, bearing you under its weight. How disappointing. Truly useless to the last. And who made me that way? Eric. I meant... Moment of silence for Eric. Questions, and more questions. Did Claudian set out by himself? What did he see? Oh, I do hope he wakes up soon. At least one when the serpent Professor Claudian appears unharmed, we must wait for him to regain consciousness to judge anything beyond that, I fear. Although Erichthonius was not but a collection of memories, I know his absence pains you. But he acted with resolve, full aware of the potential consequences. Let us look back on this moment, not with sorrow, but with pride. You both are heroes of the day. Athena's ambition would have swallowed the world had you not stemmed their advance. We shall stay here, both to look over Professor Claudius and ensure there are no further disturbances in the ethereal sea. You should rest. I will not take no for an answer. I would have never thought La Habrea would tell us to literally go rest. Warrior of Light, go rest. For fuck's sake. I would have never thought. Sorry, not La Habrea. What am I talking about? Elidibus. Oh. It seems we can do not but wait. Perhaps we might discuss a matter which has been troubling me. While your colleague Nemiji was enlightening us on the historical events which led to this era, she let slip the name of one of the Asians, La Habrea. Although she knew of the figure only from her research, she was most insistent there was no evidence connecting the Yasin to myself.
Yet I'm aware that this Lahabre used the heart of Sebek, to sow chaos throughout your world. I would be a fool to deny such strong connections between us. You are the only one present who has met the Ascian in question, so I would ask you directly, are he and I one and the same? Is my fate to work in the shadows and bring about untold destruction? I wish you didn't ask me that question. You are direct, I'll be direct with you. I see. If you say it's so, then there was no reason to disbelieve it. These Ascians, or Paragons, I'm told, were ruthless in their schemes to rejoin the southern world. I've heard but a small number of their deeds, but I still find it difficult to comprehend the depths of which they were willing to sink. To choose a path of evil, all for the sake of the star. I admit, 'tis a decision I would make under the right circumstances, although the angels may take their toll. My devotion to my duty will never waver. It's been aeons, man. Millennium. I know heed to what might be lost. I will treat the heart of Sebek as a more tool for my own ends. Sabek. Never caring to look beyond the surface, I will unleash forces that I fail to truly comprehend, and remain blissfully ignorant of my hypocrisy all the while. Sabik. Okay. Ah, it appears Guardian has awakened. I see. I have a faint memories of what transpired. You stood against Athena and won. And you were there too. Lahabreo. Ericthonia's memories of you dwell within him, me still. Though unyielding discipline, you forged a son equal to yourself, but the crucible you placed him in left scars, which were loath to heal. But the crucible you placed him in left scars which were loath to heal. Yet, you were never motivated by selflessness. All you did was in service of your duty. At the least, I will hear no more. Though you possess Ericthonius' memories, you are not him. In rebirth, you have become someone else entirely. You belong to this age. As such, I am your enemy, and an enemy does not deserve sympathy. Of course, I would never condone the actions of the Ascian, but you are not him. You are Lahabreo of the Convocation. You spared no effort in saving us from Athena's machinations. For that, you deserve the utmost praise, and my personal thanks. If you insist on deceiving yourself, then so be it. My stance remains unchanged. Oh, just take the compliment. Just take the gratitude. The most difficult of your trials behind you, but you may find that Pandæmonium has yet to relinquish the last of its secrets. Among them is the identity of Hephaestus' liberator, who set the very first wheels in motion. There is but one place to find these answers: the past. However, I must insist that you keep silent about Athena's fate. While I doubt it would change the decisions I make, you should not tender us information we could not uncover ourselves. Now that I said my piece, I shall follow in my son's footsteps. These odious memories will fade to nothing, as was always their fate. Farewell. My time too draws near, but I believe I can stay enough to see this matter through. We shall journey to the past to seek out the truth of La Habrea's words, yes? While Themis himself may have been there to see this encounter, I have the unique opportunity to hear your perspective on the matter. That is, of course, if you will share it with me. I look forward to it. I shall take in the ethereal sea one final time as I await your return. Yeah, he does look a little bit like. He does look a little bit like Eric. I too shall stay here and await your return. I could use the rest, and there is a matter I would discuss with you and Themis before we say our farewells. Rosan and I shall return to up the Euphoria. Make your report to Master Fortuna at once. Oh, where to begin? I believe we've yet to see the full effect these events will have on the ethereal sea. Once Professor Claudian recovers, we must conduct a thorough investigation. Now all that is left is to return to Pandæmonium, and ask La Habrea to shed light upon its few remaining mysteries. I look forward to your return. So, as do you know what level the Alliance was based on? No, I do not know. I just know of one boss in there Or is that a not a raid? Wow, there's so many wardens here. Ah, human superiority. I am Heaven, keyword of Abesios. I suspect you may already know that, but we did meet once before after all, although I was not entirely myself at this time. Thanks to you, however, I am right. Please say my facilities are mine once more. At present, I am taking stock of the damage done to the facility. Huh. Wait, was there any other? No. Let's see. Any other water? Ooh. Okay. So, sure. Because I know one of the bosses, I'm not sure if it was in the normal raid or the alliance raid, is Queen Bee. I know that one. So many sims came out after her, for her, when she was released. Like, so many. So many. Thank you for checking up on us. Did you speak with Hemorrhage and the other wardens while on your way here? The work is long, but we have managed great strides in the undoing of Athena's meddling. Arctic, I didn't expect to see you again so soon, but 'tis always a joy. You seem quite happy to be here. Arctic, to the adult, I thought you would have little reason to ever visit this place again. Seem I was wrong. I just want to say hello. How neatly you obfuscate your motivations. Do as you will, then. He has gone through the trouble to visit, so I hardly think courteousness is in order. We brave Pandæmonium together. Why not at least share with him our progress? I have relinquished control of Pandæmonium to La Habrea. I was never meant to hold it for long, and now such authority resides in the rightful hands. With La Habrea's help, we have prod through Athena's research into the Hammerthoi. Thus, were we able to restore Hegemon's mind and body. Yet there is still much work to be done. Damage to repair, keywords to replace, tasks are too many to count. But although the path may be long, our progress is steady, I believe we can safely say Pandæmonium will soon function as it did before. Indeed. Before we reach the point, however, there are some matters which must be put to rest. One concerns Pandæmonium itself, the other is a personal matter. Until they are settled, I cannot move forward. It shall not take long. Lack of resolve caused me to delay, but I have chosen my course. What course must be weighed indeed? Do you intend to share your burden with us? If you would bear witness, then come. Your arrival at this very moment also beggars the belief, but I shall not ask you to leave. I simply ask that you do not interfere no matter what may happen. There. This will be over soon. Why'd you call me on Master Lahabrea? There's still too much to be done if the waters are to be freed. You have served within Pandæmonium since Athena's time, have you not? That makes you the most senior keyword, now that Adjects is gone. As such, you deserve to know a secret few others are privileged to hear, one concerning myself. Separating Hephaestus from myself requires removing part of my soul. A necessary sacrifice, but one came at no small cost to my natural talents. I am but a shadow of a man I was at the time of my appointment as Lahabrea. I could never hope to wield the same magics that Hephaestus used to bind the ward's minds, let alone break their shackles. That tone of defeat does not befit your voice, Master Lahabrea. Do not give in to despair. There is no despair, only truth. I do not confide in you to garner cheap sympathy. Hephaestus left behind fascinating research. His conclusion was that in order to transform a vessel into a Prometheus, absolute control over the mind was essential. As you know, the magic used to achieve such dominion exploited strong emotion within their victim's heart. In the case of Hesperos and Agis, their respect for me. Such slipping his bonds, Hephaestus took steps to throw Pandæmonium into chaos. With their attention divided, keyword and born alike were easy targets. But there's an act that came before, regardless of Hephaestus' prowess. He could not have won freedom on his own. For long days and nights I pondered who might have released him. I could only conclude that Athena's plans were set into motion long ago, when she claimed the mind of one of her admirers. Benjamin John, none would question your pride in your position you devoted to Pandæmonium. But you do not believe I am the one fit to lead, do you? Your loyalty lies not with my vision for Pandæmonium, but Athena's. Master Lahabrea, whatever has spurred this sudden accusation, I assure you there's a proper explanation. What are you doing, Lahabrea? Do not approach. As I have stated, even should I detect Athena's tinkering, I am currently powerless to dispel it. And so, I have come to a decision. One which was made with the best interests of our star in mind. In order to build a better future, I require the strength I have lost. Oh shit. I must embrace these odious memories. Mark well this sight, engrave it upon my very soul. Now bear witness to the true La Habrea. I cannot imagine this was an easy choice, but it is done. Is she alive? Yes. She shall remember this lesson well. Athena's puppet no longer, I see. She may yet harbor ill will towards me, but that is a risk I am willing to take. Our star requires a steady hand to guide it, and now mine is equal to the task. I can no longer allow Pandæmonium to divert my focus. Hegemon, I would ask that you serve me anew. There is none other more suited to oversee this prison. None other who will take such pride in their duty. My loyalty to Athena led me to betray you once before. Why would you allow me to keep the position keyword? I require your talent, as I require Hephaestus. The past is of no consequence. Very well. In honor of our fallen colleagues, I shall restore this institution to its former glory. La Habrea is himself once more. He wields his authority without hesitation, and thinks not twice upon his judgment. It's sounded. Yet he is different from Athena. He thinks only of the betterment of the star. So long as his duty guides his action, he shall not share her fate. And should this conviction ever waver, the emissary will set him back on the proper course. Did that ever happen, by the way? Did the emissary ever set him back on the proper course? Or was he also too gone as well? Good. If this is the path he chose to walk, if this is the path he chooses to walk, then I will walk with him. And yes, Red, I do want to know. I do. I allow our bond to fray no further. As his son, I will support him in the days ahead. I would not ask you to say the same, Artie. You and I stand on a peak separated by vast chasms. Our perspective shall never align. And FFML. Wait, 10? Final Fantasy 10? Sorry, 11. Oh. It was just like an event based on that, too. I say like about like a year ago, it came back.
and never shall one give way to another, for such is our nature. With that in mind, let us consider a depth between us to be void. Before you leave, mark well these words. My resolve shall weather lost, unfathomable, and yield before no obstacle. Walk your path with the same conviction. Yeah. This one. Final Fantasy 11. I'm surprised they actually did reference to 11. That's actually a very surprise. I really hope they do more alliance raids based on past Final Fantasy games, rather than just events that you could accidentally miss. I went down too early. Thought this was closer. Technically it is, because then I want to technically. Ah, you returned. I shall like to hear what you discovered, though I believe your friend has business with us first. There you are, eh? While you're away, that man's brought me up to speed on all that has happened while I was held prisoner. His story is shown
light upon any number of questions that might niggling my conscience, namely those concerning the ethereal signature emanating from Ajasla. Doubtless its source was Athena, residing out as far as she could from her prison, ever grasping for someone to take Ericthonius' place, grasping for the body his soul resided in. I want to ask, when you first found the crystal, were you unable to hear the memory stored within? Indeed, it was only after researching was well underway that I could hearken to its whispers. Contact with the crystal should have awakened the memories, but the passage of time likely changed Ericthonius' soul in subtle ways. Perhaps the etheric resonance was a gradual process in this case. However, being attuned to Ericthonius exposed you to Athena's voice as well. Doubtless the choice to venture forth into Ashla was not your own. It was Athena's influence working through you. I do not recall being strangely fixated on acting alone. I never would have encouraged such recklessness usually. Although the choice was not entirely my own, I am still ashamed of my actions. Reflections is how we plant seeds of growth. Although we must not blame ourselves for the events out of our control. The voice of the crystal belongs to a person from which your soul originated. Well, not even the most brilliant researcher could come to that conclusion. So this is Ericthonius' shard. He was Eric, in a sense. He is now like us. What, like, technically 9/13 or 9/14 of a star now? 9/13 whole? Similar to that, like us? Your reassurance means more than you know. Thank you. Now, one matter. It concerns the very crystal whose discovery set this adventure in motion. Perhaps sparked by recent events, a new light began to shine from within its depths. For my existence, this may indicate that a new memory has floated to the surface, eager to be observed. For some time, the question of why La Habrea and Ericthonius would leave such a crystal behind, in the first place, has lingered in the back of my mind. With Ericthonius's and such magical talents as that are at my disposal, I believe I can make this final memory manifest for us all to behold. Shall we witness together? Not the same of us. Oh, okay. If only. I leave this memory for you, the future of our star. The final days have come, and the creation magics we have so relied upon now hasten our downfall. But despair has not yet worn out. La Habrea and the others of the Convocation are working to stem the chaos which threatens to engulf our star. Their plan requires great sacrifice. Elidibus, Themis, was already offered to give his life for our salvation. Yet there's another problem, which must be dealt with: Pandæmonium, wherein are confined our most vicious creations. Even should we survive the final days, it will take some time to restore order. If Pandæmonium's cells were breached, and the prisoners set upon this star, our hard-won peace would be obliterated in an instant. Someone must stay behind to ensure that never happens. With Themis and La Habrea otherwise indisposed, the responsibility falls to me. And that is why I must defy the directive of the convocation. My soul will not be offered to manifest the will of the star, but instead consigned to eternal vigil. I know that in doing so the final days may take me. I may not live to see my duty upheld. That's why I have resolved to set this crystal adrift in the tides of the underworld. It contains memories of Pandæmonium from both my father and I, and I shall bear this warning to the future, even if I cannot. I imbue this crystal with magics that will attract it to my essence, even should I journey through the underworld and be born anew. This message will reach me. Pandæmonium shall not be left unattended. If all else fails, then perhaps another man, like my dear friend, will come along. One with an almost unnatural ability to pick up the scent of trouble. I wonder where he is now. How many souls has he saved? How many beasts has he slain since we last met? Alongside my warning, this memory shall carry a wish. Artie, may we meet again. Now listen well. If anyone receives this message, you must come to Pandæmonium. Please, make haste. I repeat. Well, that dispels the last of my doubts. Thank you for humoring me. Now then, we come to this. It survived. Yes, the heart of Sabik. The tie that bound Athena's memories to my body, no doubt. When I regained my sense, I found it in my person. Now it appears hereafter to have left it bereft of memories, no trace of Athena. However, its power as an Osiris yet remains. And it may prove to be valuable trove of knowledge in the hands of the right researcher. I feel that fate has left it with me for a reason. I shall take my leave, but on behalf of my colleagues, nay, the entire star, I thank you both for putting in an end to Athena's wickedness.
I see. Then Hephaestus' story has been laid bare.
I was not expecting that.
As has the nature of our mysterious crystal. The questions which led us into Pandæmonium are answered, and soon order shall be restored. I too can fade away, unburdened by regret. I could not have reached this point without you, friend. So many revelations. But there are more, if you would dig a little deeper. Elidibus's soul was plucked from the ethereal sea, and from it I was wrought. Surely you have a passing interest in what I remember, in what I feel. You deserve what answers I can provide. While my memories of Pandæmonium are clear, all else is hazy at best. Perhaps Athena made me this way. Or perhaps it is the result of who or what I was before. Still, I can recall vague figures, scenes from my future and your past. At the Crystal Tower's peak, we clash. And later, from that self-same spire, I send you forth into our age, into Elpis. Why do I decide on such a course? Formless as these images are, I cannot say. However, I can hazard a guess. Somewhere within my fragmented memories, I catch a glimpse of our journey into Pandæmonium. A glimpse which shows not the path we took or the destination where it led us, yet by its very presence demands that you are required in Elpis. And even if that act is but one link in the chain of events which ends in Atheris' salvation, then this all has meaning. Our time together, every moment, is worthwhile, and I am unburdened by regret. That said, it is possible my motivations become something else entirely. That you would cross this vast expanse in the hopes of being reunited with your allies. A devotion that once would have baffled me. But after having been to the depths of that twisted prison and back, I think I can understand. Now, I have pulled back the curtain as far as I dare. The people of your age call this the Ethereal Sea, a name I quite enjoy, for it teems with life, each star a soul on its journey. And among these uncountable stars, it was yours that crossed my path. For that, I shall be forever grateful. I wish you well on your journey. A journey as long as your star is bright. A journey not bound by the confines of this world or any other. fascinating. The truths that dwell at the edge of sleep. The course of history is set by its victors. It is immutable, and yet should this star continue upon its path, look, the light.
Welcome back, Artie. I hope you said farewell to Themis for me. Recent events have given me not only a new focus on my research, but also insight on my own origins. Truly, 'tis a gift I could never hope to repay. As Lahabrea said, I am not Eric Thonos, yet I bear a part of him inside me, and I shall do what I can to follow the traces he has left behind to in present day. A spark has been struck in my mind, and I can ready to peruse my research with a fervor like the likes of which I have not had since my youth. Doubtless I shall have need of you in the days and moons ahead. When the time comes, I hope that you will once again lend me your sound counsel. Till then, may you fare well. Alright. And that is the completion of Pandæmonium. Along with horrible reading along the side and X, Y, and Z. Yeah, let's be honest, I butchered the English language multiple times. But we're not here for proper reading. We're not here for the proper English language. No. We like the brain rot English butchering. Anyway, after this, as I said, we're going to do Hildebrand and then MXQ. MXQ. What? The MSQ. The main scenario quest. We're not going to do that right now. It's like 12 o'clock midnight. Where I am, as you can see at the local time. So yeah. Basically, reason being I'm doing all this and so I can actually like before the MSQs because I kind of want to get everything done that I can before everything. So yeah. And also at the same time I was told that yeah, you kind of need that Hildebrand buffer before you continue the MSQ because you're gonna need it. I'm like, oh okay, well then sure. But yes, we have 2 Hildebrand sagas to do. That is Stormblood, and that is Endwalker. I know Hildebrand. It does not take too long. Most of the time. It was just the first one that took way too long. The Heaven Sword had its moments, and then from what I can tell, this one and Endwalker will somewhat seem to go by fast. So yeah. And also I was told that if I complete the Hildebrand questline, I will get 1 Manderful weapon for free. Like completely for free. So yeah, I kinda want that. Anyway. With that being said, I'll catch you all in the next one. Cheers for now.